Congressman Tom Price is a Republican from Georgia. He's the vice chairman of the Budget Committee. He'll be in that meeting with the president today. Nice to see you, sir. Thank you for talking with us.
Hey, Soledad, good to be with you again.
They called it a charm offensive, and the National Journal, as you well know, quoted a White House source who said this is a joke. We're wasting the president's time and hours. I hope you all in the media are happy because we're doing it for you. That's a senior White House official. Then a little bit later, Jay Carney stepped back from that and said that White House official was not speaking accurately. But do you think it's a waste of time? Do you think the charm offensive is actually, kind of disingenuous?
Well, we hope not. The fact of the matter is, in order to solve the big challenges that we have, there has to be trust. There has to be trust on both sides. So we will welcome the president to the Capitol today, look forward to what he has to say. But this has to be more than just one step. And so I'm hopeful that this is the first step in a long process of getting together and working together to find the common ground so that we can solve the incredible challenges that we have in this country.
What would you like him to say in this first step? What would you feel good about if he laid it out for you today?
Well, I hope it's just that. The policy differences are real, and they're not going to be solved by one meeting. But I hope that what the president says is that I understand that Republicans have the majority in the House. It's clear that we need to get together and find the common ground to solve challenges. And this is the beginning of an ongoing process, as opposed to just checking the box, as that reporter apparently thought it was going to be.
You heard what the president said in the little clip we played coming in. He said he doesn't want balance for the sake of balance, that actually, the wrong kinds of cuts that would be hurtful to people would be a problem. What do you make of what he told? I think that was George Stephanopoulos that he was talking to.
Yeah, well, we believe it's important to balance not the how of how you balance, but the why. Why is it important to balance? Well, it's important to get our budget in balance. So that means that Washington doesn't spend more money than it takes in, just like families can't and just like businesses across this country can't. And the reason that it's important for a government to do so is that it creates greater growth, greater opportunity, more security for individuals, more growth in the economy so that jobs can be created, more opportunity for young people to find jobs. 50% of the young people getting out of college today can't find a job in their area or of expertise. That's just wrong, and we need to get the economy thriving again. And then for seniors, we need to make certain that we save and strengthen and secure the safety net programs, Medicare especially, which is on track right now under current law, the president's plan apparently, to go broke within 10 years. So we believe there are positive ways to make this happen.
And forgive me for interrupting you, sir, but that's the why. And what we heard from the president was the how, actually. I mean, as much as you say the how's not that important, to some degree it sounds like what the president's saying is the how is everything, that balancing for the sake of balancing, if it's going to be on the backs of the same list of people that you just mentioned, students and elderly and poor people, that's actually problematic.
Yeah, as the president said, the president hasn't brought his budget to Congress yet this year. He was supposed to do it on February 4th. We look forward to seeing it. But his last budget spent $46 trillion in the next 10 years. Our budget spends $41 trillion in the next 10 years. Hardly draconian reductions. This is a slower growth of spending so that we can get to balance. Clearly, there's waste in Washington spending. The American people understand that.
It's Howard Kurtz. Let's talk about your budget for a second, the ones that you are pushing with Paul Ryan. It's hard to regard it as a serious policy document because it includes the repeal of Obamacare. Every member of your party knows that's not going to happen. So it's basically a political statement, right?
No, this is a vision. This is what we believe ought to be the priorities for the country. And we don't believe that the president's health care law is wise from a health care standpoint.
We have had that battle. It was upheld by the Supreme Court. There was an election in which Barack Obama was reelected. You don't seriously believe that the Congress is going to repeal Obamacare, do you?
Howard, costs are going up for health care, access is being diminished, quality is being diminished. The American people are not going to tolerate this. We believe there's a better way, and that's what we put in our budget, a better way to save and strengthen and secure Medicare, a better way to provide state flexibility for Medicaid, and a better way to provide health coverage for the American people. That's what we believe. That's our vision. That's the starting point. We look forward to the Senate's budget. They haven't done one in 4 years. They're going to do one this year, thank goodness. We look forward to that, and then we look forward to finding the common ground to move forward.
I love when someone throws the name of my show, the starting point, right into their answer. Congressman, let me ask you a question. Where some conservatives are very annoyed in this particular budget is not necessarily even the repeal of Obamacare. They're mad that you're keeping the $624 billion in tax increases that came out of the fiscal cliff deal. What about that?
Well, we believe that tax reform ought to occur, and so that we get a pro-growth tax policy, so that we get the economy rolling again. And we're going to charge the Ways and Means Committee with doing that. They've come out with some white papers that provide a construct for that, and that's what we're excited about. Excited about making certain that we bring down tax rates for individuals and for businesses. We have the highest business corporate tax rate in the industrialized world. That doesn't create jobs for anybody. In fact, that's a disincentive for job creation. So there's wonderful reforms, positive reforms, to get our economy rolling again and get jobs being created within the House Republican budget. We look forward to the debate that's going to come.
Congressman Tom Price joining us this morning. Nice to see you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Soledad.
You bet.